الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math grade 9. We are in model 5, lesson 3, scatter plots and lines of it. In this lesson, we want to learn scatter plots. The first idea, vibrate date consists of pairs of value. What the meaning of a scatter plot is a graph of a vibrate day that consists of ordered pairs on a coordinate plane. Using a scatter plot can help you see the trend or general pattern in the data. Trends can represent linear or non-linear association in the data. Trends can be described as positive or negative correlations. So as you see, we have three kinds of the relationships we have here: positive correlation, negative correlation, and no correlation. Correlation means relation between two values. In the first graph, as you see, the points will be go to the up, means increasing. So in this case, x increases, y increases, means we have positive correlation. In the second case here, as you see, the point go down, means x increases, y decreases. X increases, y decreases. So in this case, we have negative correlation. The third case, as you see, the points here not increase and not decrease. So x and y are not related. So in this case means no correlation. So notice that the graphs for positive and negative correlations, many of the points from clusters of points that slope upward or downward points outside of the cluster are outliers. For example, here evaluate correlation. As we see from the graph here, the points here, the scatter plot shows a positive correlation because the point increase in x and increase in y. So as the height of the football here, players increases, weight usually increases. We have increase in the height and increase in the weight. So the correlation here increasing or positive. In the second example here, as you see, the points increase in the x but decrease in the y. So it means here we have negative correlation. The second idea, lines of fit. A lines of fit is used to describe the trend of the data in a scatter plot. So make a scatter plot at the first step. Plot each point of the data and determine whether any relationship exists in the data. Then draw a line that closely follows the trend in the data. Then write an equation. Use 2 points on the line of fit to find the slope of the line and create an equation for the line using the slope and the point on the line. Then the last step, make a predictions. Use the equation of the line of fit to make predictions about unknown data. What the meaning of linear extrapolation is the use of a linear equation to predict values that are outside of the range of data. Linear interpolation is the use of a linear equation to predict values that are inside of the data range. Example, write an equation for a line of fit. The table shows the average cost of a jet boat in the years after 2000. Write an equation to represent the data, then use the equation to predict the cost of a jet boat in 2025 and 2025. As you see in the first table here, in the first column we have the years, and in the second column we have the cost. So the 0 years, the cost will be about 17,663. And we have 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, etc. And this is the value. And for the second table, the same idea. We have here the years, and here we have the tables. Each two values represent point. So we can draw the graph. So at the first, make a scatter plot. We can draw here the graph from the points inside the tables. As you see, the points increase in the years and increase in the cost. So means we have positive correlation. We have positive correlation. Then we can match between the points here. We will get a linear. So the second step, draw a line of fit. The name of this line, a line of fit. Then write an equation. We want to write the equation. To write the equation, as you remember, we want the slope. So we can solve the slope m equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We can choose 2 points from the table. You can choose the first point and the second point, and from here you can choose any 2 points from this table. Then you can substitute the values here. For example, y2 here 32,752 minus 25,108, and x2 10 and x1 5. Then we can solve or express this expression. We will get the slope will be 1,528.8. So use m and a point to write the equation. Choose any point from the table. Then use this form, y minus y1 equal m multiplied by x minus x1. Substitute the value of y1 will be 25,108. The value of m will be 1,528.8. And the value of x will be 5. Then prepare this equation, simplify this equation. You will get the equation of this line. You will get the equation of this line. Then predict the cost, where in this year 25. So use evaluation to predict the cost of jet boat in 25. How? We can go to the same equation and put the value here 5. Why 5? Because this is the 5 year. This is the 5 year. Start from 2000 to 2005. You will get what? 5 years. 5 years. So represent the value of x5. Then substitute here. Then simplify. You will get the value. In this year. Then predict the cost in 2025. Between 20 and 2025, you have 25 years. So put the value of x 25 years. Then represent the value here, then simplify the expression here. You will get the value in this year. This is for our lesson for today. Now we have some practice. Scatter plots and lines of it determine whether each scatter plot shows a positive, negative, or not correlation. If the correlation is positive or negative, describe its meaning in the situation. Right, listen for the first example. As you see here, when you compare the values of the point, you will note here the x-axis increase and the point increase in the x-axis and increase in the y-axis. Means we have positive. We have positive. So as the number of items sold increases and the amount of money raised increases. In the second example here, as you see, we don't have relationship between the points. We don't have relationship between the points. Not related, not related. So no correlation here, no correlation. In this example, as you see, the values of x in each point will be increased, but the values of y in each point will be decreased. So means we have here negative. So as the number of weeks since a movie was released increases, so the attendance decreases. The attendance will be what? Decreases. So means we have negative. In this example here, as you see, increase in the x-axis and increase in the y-axis. So means we have positive. So as the number of houses sold increases, earnings increases. So we have positive. In this example here, as you see, we have increase in the x, increase in the y. So the relation here will be positive. So as the number of hours spent studying increases, test scores increases. Here no related between the points, no relationship between the points here. Means no correlation. And here, as you see, we have increase in the x-axis, but we have decrease in the y-axis. So the correlation here means negative. So as age increases, the number of hours of sleep will be what? Will be decreases. In this example here, as you see, we have decreases in the x-axis, means we have decreases in the years, but we have decreases in the y-axis, means we have decreases in the value. So it means we have negative. So as the number of years increases, the values will be what? Will be decreases. The value will be decreases. As we see here, we have increase in the x-axis and we have increase in the y-axis. So it means we have positive. As the number of years working at a company increases, the number of weeks of vacation increases. Here, no correlation. Here, no correlation. As you see here, we have negative because we have increase in x, decrease in y. So negative as time spent working on the project increases, so the time needed to complete the project decreases. And as we see here, we have increases. So positive, as the number of hours practiced increases, the percent of shoots made increases. In this example here, the scatter plot shows the number of pairs of shoes a store has left in a stock from a shipment given, the number of days since the shipment arrived. Use the points 195 and 645 to write an equation on the line of it in slope-intercept form. Let x be the number of days since the shipment arrived. From this graph, as you see, the relation will be negative. The relation will be negative. So we want to write the equation. As you remember, the equation y in standard form y equal mx plus b. So we can use this form, and we can use y minus y1 equal mx m times x minus x1. And as you remember, the value of slope m equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So at the first, we want to find the slope using the 2 points here. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 means 45 minus y1, 95. x2 will be 6 minus 1. -45 95 will be negative 50, and 6 minus 1 will be 5. Negative divided by positive will be negative. 50 divided by 5 will be 10. Now choose the point. You can choose the first point or you can choose the second point. It's up to you. And I will substitute in the second equation. This is easier. So y minus, I will take the first point, y1 95 equal m will be negative 10 multiplied by x minus x1 means 1. So you can simplify this equation, and we want to write it as this form, y equal mx plus b. So we can remove negative 95 from this side. You can add positive 95 to the two sides. In the first side here remains y equal. In the second side, we can use distributive property. Negative 10 times x will be negative 10x. Negative 10 times negative 1 will be positive 1. Sorry, negative 10 times negative 1 will be positive 10. Then we have here 95. We can simplify this equation, y equal negative 10x. Now 10 plus 95 will be 105. This is the equation. The second exercise here, if the trend continues, how many pairs of shoes will be left in stock 10 days? In stock 10 days after the shipment arrived. After the shipment here will be arrived. And we will use the same equation here. Y equal negative 10x. The value of x now will be what? Will be 10 days. So put here 10 plus 105. So negative 10 times 10 will be negative 100 plus 105. So means y equal 5. Negative 100 plus 105 will be 5. Here the same idea. The scatter plot shows the revenue of a bookstore over a period of weeks. Use the point 2 and 1190 and 7 and 1350 to write an equation of the line of fit in slope intercept form. Let x be the number of weeks. X will be the number of weeks. So start from the slope. Here x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 means we have 1350 minus 1190 y1 over x2 will be 7 minus x1 will be 2 Now we can subtract here. We have 1350 minus 1190, 0 here and 6 here and 1 here and 0 here. So the answer will be 160, and 7 minus 2 will be 5. So divide 160 divided by 5 will be 32. So this is the value of slope. Then you can substitute in the equation y minus y1. Choose any point, no problem. For example, here y minus y1 means y minus 1190 equal m multiplied by x minus x1 means 2 and we know the value of m, so substitute the value of m will be 32. Then we can simplify this equation and we can add 1190 to the two sides to remove negative 1190 from this side. then the equation will be y equal, we can use distributive property here, 32 times x will be 32x. Then 32 times negative 2 will be minus or negative 64 plus 1190. Then negative 64 plus 1190, you will get 1126, and this is the equation. And if the trend continues, what will the revenue be in week 15? The value of x represent the number of weeks. So go back to the same equation, y equal 32x. The value of x will be 15 plus 1126. You will get the answer 1606. And here, if I have the points, and here we have the graph. If we have the table, population, here we have the first column, the number of years, start from 2006 to 2019, and here tiger population. Now, National Tiger Conservation Authority. So use the points. We have the first point 6, 1411, means here the first one, and 18, 2967 to write an equation of the line of fit in slope intercept form. So let x be the number of years since 2000. So start from the slope, y2 minus y1. You can write here 2967 minus 1411. Then x2 minus x1, we have 18 minus 6. So 2967 minus 1411 will be here, will be here 6, 5, 5, 1, 1556, and down here 18 minus 6 will be 12. We can do simplest form here, divide by 4 up, divide by 2, by 4 down, we will get 989 over 3. This is the slope. Then we can use the first point or the second point. For example, I will choose the first point. Then we can substitute in the equation. Then we can convert the equation to the standard form. You will get this equation. The second exercise here, if the trend continues, what will Indian tiger population in 2027? 2027 means the number of years will be 27. So go to the same equation, y equal 389 over 3 multiplied by the value of x will be 27 plus 633. You will get the same answer here, 4134. Here we have many extra practice. I want to from all to study this lesson from the PowerPoint. I will send to you the PowerPoint. Then go back to this extra practice. Try to solve this extra practice. It's very easy for you. And if you have any question, you can ask me, inshallah, on the next week, on the next Monday. Who has any question about this lesson? Are all ideas clear for all? Okay. So this is our video for today. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend. Jum'ah Mubarak for all. See you inshallah on the next Monday. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.